I wanted a platform that, again, I can share knowledge about that app. That app, more specifically, has a virus that embeds itself into the algorithm of phones. Once it's downloaded, it will track you 24/7. PDFs love that app, and what it is that you can take the SIM card out, you can turn it off, it will still track you no matter what. I used to, prior to mine coming up missing, I used to notice all these different guys pulling up around us. Didn't have any clue as to why. I was curious, like where they come from, what's going on. But and I mean, this is everywhere that we went. After he came up missing, um, investigators went through the phone and they discovered at one point that app was on the phone, which it has a virus that tracks. Since then, y'all, I paid more attention. I've been tracked everywhere, have interactions with these PDFs. Same ones. I keep up with every license plate, make, model of vehicle, dates, time, places. I keep up with all that stuff for more reasons than one. I do a lot of background work. Um, they are brazen. They track that phone constantly. So going forward, what I had decided to do, once you track that phone to the vehicle, in which that's what they do, thinking they coming to him, I continue to make a record and hopefully uh, have enough. I get enough evidence to have them locked up where they won't get out. So also the game systems, Roblox, Fortnite, we have viewers come on. They after watching the live. Well, we have viewers come on talk about the apps. They come on talking about the game system after they watched the live. We had a woman here in Dallas said that after she had watched the live, she's paid more attention to her nephew on Fortnite. And unfortunately, there's a PDF on Fortnite posing as a young adult trying to lure him. So this is real, y'all. It's a lot of trafficking already here in Texas, and more specifically here in Dallas. There's no there's no stopping at this point. I don't see it happening. Nothing really is on the news, as you guys can see. 3 months ago? Oh wow, what 100 and it was 140 something, then went to 160 something. PDFs arrested by missing and exploited, special agent with missing and exploited, and it was like 108, and it went up to like 140 something children that was rescued. So more recently, a couple of weeks back, same difference, same thing. We had a dad come on from South Texas. He had been following the live. He shared his story. He got in the box, and I have multiple people that will get in the box. All right, they'll get in the box and they share their stories about what happened to them. It takes a lot to do that, and I respect that, and they are strong to me. Thank you for the likes over there. You know, he got in the box and he shared the fact that he has a son that's missing. His son been missing over 10 years. He's still searching. That man spent his life savings searching, and that's what a real dad is going to do. And so going forward, he had complications with the police. Keep in mind, the police really don't care, y'all. I'm telling you, they don't care. If that man had been arrested several times, he said, and I can relate to that. They make you feel like the suspect, and there goes the resistance. They don't put any stock into trying to find the individual, your son, daughter, whoever it is. They just want to focus on you, and so them doing him like that caused him to react to that, and so he ended up, like you say, he said he went to jail a few times, which, in the end would be minute. That's that man's son he ought to looking for. But aside from that, he decided to check his grandkids' phones for that app. And guess what? His granddaughter had it on her phone. He destroyed the SIM card. He destroyed the phone. As he did, he said that he was explaining to her, why he did it. And she told him that she had thought she had been being followed. Ain't no thought. There is no doubt that she was being followed. So again, this is real. A lot of people take stuff for granted. I'm saying don't do it. A parent is going to make sure you safeguard the little ones. Got to be vigilant. Be the parent first. They get mad. guess what? They'll get over it. Look in them phones. Make sure you know who they're interacting with on these game systems. Out here every day, I see these things slithering around here. They come to the car. I can't tell you how many times yesterday them things come directly to the car. So it is real. It's just real. You know, I don't receive any compensation for what I do. My reward comes from being able to save at least one little one, educate the parents on what's out there, because you don't, I mean, there's no guilt trip. You just didn't know. And so being able to be aware and safeguard that, hey, that's where it's at. We need to stand together. There is no justice, it's just us. I have been all over. A lot of you guys that have been following the live know I've had viewers come out with me. I've had viewers that will ask me to come to their communities. At one point, I was very vigilant, and I was on that. And I have a few things I have to deal with reference to uh, being able to travel like that. So send me messages in my DM. I will get to your town. Irving, you know I'm coming back there. Another thing, y'all, I had an officer tell me while I'm out here searching. He told me, he says, well, there's tunnels in Dallas, which he told me where they were. Well, guess what? I went in those tunnels. Each one of them I went in about, I don't know, about a half mile or so. And it's hundreds of people in these tunnels. The ones that's downtown Dallas, wow, it's hundreds of people down there. Once I went in so far, I didn't have a signal. The light on the phone was not good for that. But I still wanted to go to the other one, which is Webb Chapel Road off of Loop 12 uh, by the cemetery. I went in there as well. Hundreds of people in there. And I tell you what, that's a whole nother community beneath the streets. So we take a lot of things for granted. My whole point was going in that one, same difference. You go so far in, I lost the signal. I did, however, have a viewer that told me that there's a thing called um, th- there's a thing that a Wi-Fi, portable Wi-Fi. Excuse me. With that'll help. I wanted to regroup. Um, I'm out here, y'all, without medication for diabetes. Um, I don't have the luxuries anymore that you guys, obviously have. And to have people try to taint a life that's beneficial to the little ones, you know, again, that's a slap in the face to me because I'm out here on front line. The ones that have been following me, that I definitely go through the extremes, um, and I've been doing it. 100-degree heat, nothing to eat, no water, anything. I'm out here though, and I'm invested. This is what I believe in. This is what I will be doing. Um, I'm not worried about the ones that's mad at me, trying to put all types of stuff. People, when they get mad, do things. A rumor is a phenomenon that occurs in one mind. Feel a story can be made better. Uh, you know, Sometimes a person's judgment is suspect. I got the ones that's hating. If you want to hate, hate, but trying to taint the live, um, that right there was an issue. The ones that wanted to send me threats, uh, you know, that slowed down after I let them know. My investigators, they have the ability to, they know how to get it done when it comes to uh, tracking IPs. It's only one IP. You can have multiple fake accounts, but you only have one IP. And I would definitely make sure that they're under jail sending me threats. So I don't play that. And that kind of eased up now because I don't play that. And I have every intention on the act and move forward in any fashion necessary to stop that. All right. But again, I'm not on here to be at a war with anybody. I'm not on here for any of that. I'm on here to spread this awareness about these apps, game systems, these PDF files, and going forward. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so I'm back over here. I'm back over here. But like I say, folks, I'm gonna be out here. Um, hey, now here we go. I should have known as soon as I moved something. I was gonna start that. Okay, so but I want to be able to turn this turn the comments back on. I just got to get some moderators and stuff like that. You know, um, my whole thing was the other day after talking with my after talking with okay, there we go. My doctor was to be able to make it back home. A lot of you guys know I'm not from here, um, and so coming on here, I didn't know anything about moderators, all that stuff. When the woman um, told me to make her a moderator and give her, she kept saying I need full power. I ain't got all full power, stuff like that, telling me about people on live will sometime assist the live. Well, I didn't know anything about that. I know the live assisted her with being able to get a whole lot of followers from over in various countries. I do know that because that's what she harped on and undermined the fact of what I started this live about, which was exposing these PDFs for who they are, slithering around these communities as well as the game systems and these apps. So I can get past that. I don't hold. There's no malice. You know, people are people. Um, I don't have the energy to put into to being negative. I could really come with both barrels if I wanted to, and get out here and bicker back and forth. But that'll undermine what I started this live about. So once I am able to get some people that really understand and appreciate what I'm trying to do on here, I can make some people moderators where we can, weed out some of the nonsense and stay focused on the content itself. Now, as I was getting ready to say, my intent was to go home and regroup. You know, um, yeah. But again, I cannot do it at this point because of all the stuff that I got going. I'm unable to do that. So what it was is that with her, thinking back when I had made her a moderator, she said that people support the live. I put up, she had me put up all these things up here on my bio, which a couple of them were attached to my niece's account. Her bank account had, and I, you know what, man, and I had almost doing that, almost messed up her account. So I had to, that it was just crazy because you have one a link up there. The issue is like, no, you need another one. People got this right here. They don't have that. They got this. That. And so, that right there was just, it was a lot. I have one link in my bio, which is ways to assist. If you look up there, you will see it. If anybody want to help, it would be, I'll be forever grateful. Even if it comes down to whatever it is, it helps with water, fuel, stuff like that. Uh, I'm not too optimistic. I'll say that up front because I have a lot of people that used to send me DMs about what they're going to do and never did it. So, even if you can't, I appreciate you just as well. It's just that now I'm back focused directly on what it is. If I can make it back towards home, you guys will be going with me. Still be live. We'll just be going in other areas as we'll see. The same activity takes place no matter where you at. It would be different. It's same toilet, just different. You know what? Just put it like that. And but it would be fun to have you guys with me as you can see other areas as well where they have the same type of activity. Usually, this would be the time that I'll say, hey, you know, if anybody have any questions, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, again, without having moderators to help me control some of these fake profiles, I'm unable to do so. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, somebody 987. What? Somebody little fingers been going, and I thank you. Guess what, y'all? Okay, so they have taken, man, now over 500,000 likes from me. TikTok has. They have taken what, over 100,000 views from me. I've made multiple tickets, and only thing that them folks would say is that there's nothing they can do about it, and they engage this, engage that. I've received several requests for me to become uh, creators, influencers, all that type of stuff. They want people on here to uh, like get everybody rally on. Give me gifts. Give me gifts. I don't care about that stuff. I'm not on here for a TikTok status or anything like that. But for the ones that's out here that's doing this for a living, this is not the platform for that. They're gonna rob you blind, and that's exactly what I'm saying. They taking people. They taking your likes. They taking your views. Only thing they want to keep pushing. Look at the ratio of what you make. People send gifts. Okay, the creator will get a little or nothing. Majority goes to TikTok. That's why they want to push that, push that, push that. And I don't agree with that, and that's another thing. They have no idea what's getting ready to happen because I'm definitely going to file a complaint, a civil complaint, which is a lawsuit. If I get enough people, and we already had these talks in the background, if I get enough people for a class action, I think I'd be the first one that will put them through a test, because you got people that be on this thing all day trying to make a living, and they are not going to be successful at this point. Then you see the people that say, hey, I made all this money on here. I don't believe it. I don't know where they making money at like that because I see a lot of posts from creators say they ain't making nothing. So I'm glad that my focus is bringing awareness. I'm glad I never got into that. I'm glad I don't really know too much about that. And so therefore I can stick to my content. Whatever they do doesn't faze me. When I started this, I didn't know if anybody was on here or not anyway, but I was still invested. Just like I am now, I'm still invested. So with you guys, we did it together. That's the bottom line. You know, um, we made it happen. And so that shows that I do have viewers on here that are concerned, that are real parents, and that right there is a determining factor. There's more real parents than there are parents that shouldn't, that have failed, you know. As far as these PDFs, they once they track to this car so many times, when I confront them, a lot of times you get these stories. The story that, oh, that happened to me as a child. Well, guess what? I'm not buying it. I can care less. As an adult, regardless of what happened as a child, as an adult, you're making a conscious decision to do what you're doing. That doesn't, what you went through doesn't justify what you're doing now. Um, so I have zero tolerance on that noise. And like I said, again, what do one of these PDFs look like? Well, some of them you can tell right away, but what do the other ones look like? Well, let me tell you, they could be in stores right next to you. They could be walking down a sidewalk next to you. They can pull up at a light next to you. You just don't know. It doesn't matter about a occupation, meaning it doesn't matter what job they do. It doesn't matter what race or age. They come in all fashions, and so you got to be vigilant. Moms and dads, when you go in stores such as one specifically Walmart, stuff like that, and the little ones say they have to use the bathroom, I repeat, do not let them go by themselves, okay? Over in East Dallas, Walmart, you had a PDF in there that was arrested a few weeks back exposing himself, okay? So them things in these stores, they're everywhere. And so in order to make sure that the little ones are safe, the moms, I know y'all gonna make sure y'all gonna take them in the bathroom with y'all. That's smart. Majority of moms y'all be taking, hey, and I love that. Dads, you get too comfortable, you seeing other people in there that you're talking, waving, and the little boys I gotta use the bathroom, go. That ain't that. In today's world, no, can't do it like that. You don't know what's in there, lurking around, slithering around. Gotta, safeguard that a little bit better. We gotta definitely do better. I've seen a little girl. She had a phone. The phone almost bigger than she. Her phone more expensive than mine. I look like 3 years old, and little ones know how to operate some electronics. Let me tell you, I need them to be the moderator, I think. But my whole point, I guess, is that in the end, what we're trying to exercise is the fact that we out here, um, you know, when it comes to them being on these phones, I know you give it to them to, keep them occupied while you do other stuff, but know who they're interacting with. Know what apps are on those phones. Years ago, you have to look out, make sure they were okay when they're out in the yard playing. Now, guess what? These PDFs are in the house with them, through by way of these phones, through by way of these game systems. So know who they interacting with. I know y'all like he just talking, but I'm telling you some real stuff here. If I had known again if I had known back then what I know now, I could have safeguarded some stuff. I know it's frustrating because a lot of people only have they want to make comments. It's unfortunate. I got to restrict some of my live because the people on here that just don't care about the content, they like creating drama. And you got the ones that they'll try to taint you. I got them on here that have been doing all types of stuff. I have nothing to hide. I come with receipts. And when I say I come with receipts, anybody question anything I have said on here, come on out with me and let me show you some paperwork. That's what it comes down to, if you're that concerned. even though I don't owe no explanation to anybody. Okay, I just want to keep that clear. Anybody that want to question anything, let me tell you. And I have been through things in my life. You understand me? That definitely made me who I am right now. I'm standing here strong. I'm doing what I have to do to safeguard these little ones. People expected me, because of the things I went through, to be laying down like I supposed to be. Really? That ain't the way that works. Experience is the best teacher. That ain't the way that works. People can let their past define them. Whoever that is, I'm not impressed. Whoever that is with that blank profile um, that's in this room, I would suggest that you go change that. Them the ones that want to come in causing chaos, and I will block you. Matter of fact, I'm blocking user whatever it is, and them the ones that come in here uh, only to create drama. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. If anybody have any comments at this point, you can go to my DM. If you have any messages you want to send me, I can go to my DM, and I'll get you a response. But as of right now, I don't have enough. I don't have any moderators, as a matter of fact. So if I get moderators, people that are sincere, I'm open the comments back up. But at this point, I don't have time. People play too many games, and I don't have time for it. So as you see, you're looking at PDF way. That is definitely PDF way. So if um, if I have any folks that understand the live, feel that they want to support the live, you can go to bio, look for ways to assist. If not, ain't nothing I can do. Continue to do what I'm doing. But because of all my situations, and I feel a lot better not to been have taken any medicine or anything in weeks. I was out of there a couple of days ago, y'all. But again, I'm still going to be right here. Somebody had gotten up to 990 likes on there. I thank you. But at points, without knowing whether or not you guys have anything to say, it's kind of redundant at this point. I'm going to, the ones that support the live, I got to figure out on here how to support you as well. I've been looking at some things, interacting with some other people that know more about this platform than I do. There's a way uh, I could do things for your page as well, just like the dad that's out of South Texas that I had told you guys about. I offered this platform to him to put his son's information on. Since it's worldwide, let's utilize that to the best of our ability. Maybe we can bring him home safe, you know. And so that right there is a benefit to him. But there's a way I want to be able, the ones that legitimately support the live, there's a way I can give you guys gifts on here as well. But I don't know how to do it at this point. You deserve, I mean, if you support the live, you deserve to be supported. You know what I mean? That's only fair. I just got to figure out how to do it. I've seen different features on here. I just don't know enough about it to actually make it work. and I'm looking into it. So I know a lot of you guys are starting out just like I was, and you want to try to build yours up as well, which is that would be really cool having your own. I want to also visit other people's lives, see what it's like. So if you have a live that you want me to come into, let me know, and I want to come and check your live out. Usually I didn't get a chance to do stuff like that because behind the scenes, I'm matching up license plates. I'm at make models of vehicle, date, time. I'm uploading a lot of different stuff. Um, so I want to take that time to acknowledge each and every one of y'all that support the live and let you know, hey, I appreciate you, and I can support you as well. Um, Again, if you have any ideas or suggestions or anything like that, feel free to go to my DM. Let me know about that as well. If you are interested in becoming a moderator, that's always helpful and appreciated because I don't have any at this point because of certain circumstances. And then I'll be able to open up the comment section. But we have had a lot of folks that have come into the live and shared their experiences. And that's what this is about. You'll be surprised that, and there's nothing wrong if you didn't know. A lot of people may think that they have done something wrong. Oh, I didn't know about it. Well, it's okay. It's going to be okay. We work together, we make it work. And that's what's noteworthy about this is being able to, hey, find out, share that information, and going forward, it works out. We have 7 people in the room. Um, I'm not, like I say, I always find myself repeating myself over and over because I want to embed that in your mind, what's going on. But at the same time, I don't have the luxuries that you guys have. I'm hoping that some of y'all on here that understands the live, hopefully you are some of the people that have been following the live, understanding that, hey, it'd be nice, bring some water out here, bring a bag of chips or something like that. Because typically, when I go live, I usually am out early in the morning to later in the evening, or sometime even all night. The ones that's in other countries uh, that follow the live, their time zone is different. I want to get back into that. I have been thrown off with so many people bothering me, um, trolling as they call. I had it stressed me to a degree. I was going through already enough with my health, and so I had to do things a little differently, and I started backing up, focusing more on tracking them down, and so that took away from me being live. And when I started this, like I say, is to bring that awareness. I don't know why people are so mad, especially with regards of the ones that's putting out false information that all these people supposed to be supporting the live. That is false. That is absolutely false. The only conclusion that I reached is that the ones that I blocked on here, steering from the one that was a moderator at one point, creating a group of people and false profiles coming in here. That's the only logical explanation I have, but I don't bother nobody. And so I found myself getting pulled into a rhythm of, I'm letting people know this and that. Hey, this ain't that. And I started focusing more on the negative aspect of things as opposed to me following what I intended to do on here, which is let people know about these apps and game systems, expose these PDFs. So I'm back focused. And going forward again, y'all, I just need to be able to get more moderators. I'm going to open this comment section back up. That way we can enjoy a live that's beneficial. We can interact with one another on a positive level and get that information out there as opposed to you just sitting here and we're not doing anything. I just saw something here. Let me look at something. Uh, I understand. I wouldn't waste my time going into somebody's live just to be negative. Everybody are adults. You know, why go and try to disrupt? I don't get that. Who am I? I have better things to do, which is try to safeguard. Now, what I am going to do here in a little bit, I think I'm going to stop the live for a minute. I got to regroup. Like I say, y'all on here in a better position than I'm in. Y'all have luxuries. I don't. I no longer have those luxuries. So I got to try to get me some water from somewhere so I can keep going because it's gonna get hot. And I'd rather do it early so when I start the live again, I can just keep going. Also, let me see. You guys eat. That's a luxury. I wish I can do, and I know that's a offset of my diabetes. But just think about it. Be be appreciative and grateful for what you have, because you can be in a situation like me, and it ain't fun. So a lot of people take for granted little things, waking up in a bed. You know, uh, hey, having your health. Be thankful. When you wake up, be thankful. Thank God. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, because a lot of people didn't wake up this morning. All right. And then we take for granted being able to walk outside. A lot of people can't do that. You know, all those things that we take for granted have become a reality for me. Being sick, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, and going through what I'm going through. When you look at your little ones, you know what I'm saying? Be thankful. Hey, I got them right here. Because what if they weren't there? You know, what if they had been one of the ones that had been snatched up? So hey, just think about the next person, and that's what we don't do. We don't think about the neighbors. We don't, we think about ourselves and all these things, y'all. And I too didn't think. I didn't. You don't think about it. Your everyday life, you're going about your everyday life, but we forget. Hey, there's other people out here that are going through some things, you know, we don't think about none of that stuff. We need to, because it definitely can be you. I don't know what the heck this is on it. This car is messed up. Ah, all the way messed up. It's just so. Thank you for them hearts. I just, you do what you can, folks. You do what you can, and that's what I'm doing. I'm on front line, and I've been out here battling the heat and everything else, but I'm invested. If we can save one little one, that's the reward. That's the goal. If we can educate one of y'all out there that didn't know about these game systems, didn't know about them apps, especially that Grinder app, which is a rainbow app. Hey, for the rainbow community. A couple weekends ago, I think if y'all have been following me, y'all heard me say I had a conversation with some folks that they had been following the live. And I want to make clear that, okay, we have the PDF files. The PDF files doing what they do are not, how could I, okay, so the PDF files, it is what it is. Those are individuals that's making conscious decisions individually to do what they're doing. That doesn't reflect upon the whole rainbow community. It doesn't matter about a preference. Everybody welcome on the live. It doesn't matter. Again, my son, I still got to find out answers. My son had that app on his phone. So this is not, and I love my son no matter what preference he had. Okay, that's the bottom line. That's first and foremost. So having said that, is that this is not about the PDFs overshadowing the rainbow community. The rainbow community is the rainbow community. PDFs are the PDFs. What they do, they making a conscious decision individually to go out and cause harm to little ones. You know what I mean? So no reflection on everybody else. And a lot of people don't like that, but hey, I'm not on here to discriminate or judge anybody. All I do know is that them PDFs are the ones that need to be exposed. I think that there needs to be an indicator on the license plate if they're in a vehicle where they could voluntarily, it's a privilege to be able to drive. Well, then I believe that the state should put something up there. Whoever that is in the room with that blank profile, I suggest you leave, otherwise I'm blocking you. But I think you need to be an indicator. JC, get out my room, otherwise I'm blocking you. Matter of fact, you didn't move fast enough, I'm blocking you. So it's a privilege. They need to put an indicator on it. Over in Kentucky, if you have a DUI, they put, what was it? It's an indicator for whiskey on the plate that people know that you have a DUI. Well, PDF files, won't they put pedo on it, or something like that, one pedo or something, I don't know, but let it be an indicator so people know their surroundings. Where I come from, even here though, the state police database let you know who is who in the communities and stuff like that. Well, yeah, it's isolated to me. Texas is at least 30 years behind or more when it comes to a lot of different stuff. It seemed to me that a lot of officials here are condoning what they do, are protecting them. You got a lot of them, as y'all seen, and if you've been following the live, hey, they know that they have failed to register and nothing is being done. They're slithering around these parks. We have gotten results from what bringing the live. We have definitely gotten results at this point with the aquatic park, also with Bachman Park, Loop 12, Royal Chapel Road. You got rangers as vigilant over there. They got cameras. You got DPD to ride through running plates. Down on the other end, Samuel Boulevard, the aquatic park there, also the Samuel Park, Winslow, and Samuel Boulevard around the corner. That park is infested. The only thing that we got to accomplish is within my belief at the aquatic park there is that now there's an actual post for DPD, so there's an officer there when the place open up until it closed. You got park rangers that periodically ride through, but still it needs to be more done because again, as I continue to stream, y'all seen that the PDF files still follow the vehicle. In that particular park, they still sit over there and they have no words. So it's like, okay, who do you have to talk to in order to get these results? What has to be done in order to stop that? Run some plates, check their disposition. That's a parks and stuff like that's supposed to be for families. Talking to the community there, as you guys that have been following know, the community no longer really go to the park unless it's some type of event like soccer, baseball, where their young adults and little ones are involved in. The women, especially, I interacted with them. I talked to them. I'm out there. And the women, you're not going to see the women just posted up in cars. So we know who in the cars. The process of finding out when they come to tracking my son's phone, when we cross those paths and they come there and we check that disposition, we know who they are. Most of them are convicted PDFs, okay? And there's no, I don't see DPD for some reason, they don't consider it high priority. And I was actually told that. If protecting the child is not high priority, what is? That's the problem. That's what made me think that a lot of officials have something to do with it. It's a money thing. Apparently, that's what it is. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. I believe that a lot of them cover one another. Um, I'm still not. I want to say a lot more, but I don't want to get the live get a what you call that get flagged or anything like that. But I got to learn how to talk on here so that you guys really understand. Most of y'all are familiar with this platform and you know how to talk. I'm still learning a lot, but I believe that a lot of it don't matter about them being a police officer, it don't matter about judges, it don't matter about any of that. Anybody could be a part of it and cover one another. You know, they can cover one another, and that's what it appeared to be to me. That these PDFs are very comfortable. So who making money off of the little ones coming up missing? You know what I mean? Who making money? Who really are involved? That's the question that needs to be asked. Now, I would do to go on what is called Channel 4 um, prior to me having to remove all the moderators and stuff like that. I have a lot of people that invite me to come to different shows. I have no interest in it unless I could come there. I could come there and ask the questions and put out here uh, what our thoughts are. You know, um, answer those questions about who involved in all this stuff. You know what I mean? Let's answer some of those questions. I don't want to go and just sit there like, I'm just stuck. I'm just here to answer whatever questions they have. No, I have questions too. You know, if you want me to come there, well, you want me to come there. Not, I will not let them make me look like, you know what I'm saying? No, I want to come there and ask some questions. Where the chief of police at? Where the sheriff at? You know what I'm saying? Who is the chief judge around here? Who is the one that's in charge of district attorneys? Let me ask them, why ain't nothing being done? Why these people, not people, I'm not even calling people, why them things slithering around in these parks with no why they not held accountable? You know? And that's the questions that I would like to get answers to. Again, who am I? You know, whoever that is came in here with that blank profile, get up out of here, otherwise I'll block you. I've had it with that. I'm sorry, but you out of here. You know, so my biggest thing is that those are the questions that needs to be answered as far as I'm concerned. All these vehicles coming through here, let me tell you, that's dumb people. That is dumb people coming through here. Pay attention to these vehicles. That's another thing. This street right here is a remote street, okay? A lot of times I like to be in places that I have authorization to be on the property, and just to show you guys these PDFs tracking the phone, okay? So a lot of y'all have been following the live. You know what it is. You know it's the same ones from the parks, everywhere else. They have followed me over to other towns. Coming down this street here, there's 3 things on this little road here. A tree service, a mechanic shop, which I know the owners over there, okay? Also, there is a gym, a rec center for the young adults that play basketball and stuff like that, which none of those places are open. All these cars coming down through here, watch what it is because you're going to see it again, all right? And if you've been following this live in this location, you already know. This is the location where, for the ones that just joined, they set a trap over here for me with 2 propane tanks with a electrical wire running into the outlet of the structure out here. I had the incident with Joe and I was out here with the dudes over in the bushes across from us. So this is actually a troublesome place. We had a police officer in the room that worked this area, and she asked me, did I know where I was? That this was a high crime area. It's infested with drugs and things of that nature, but she came on to make me aware of this area. And yeah, she was definitely correct. It got an infestation of PDFs as well, and that was what was left out. But again, no matter where I go with that phone in this car, them things follow. They definitely follow. whole thing is that what I would like to do is man, I'm out here. I ain't got no man. I just look. I don't have any more. I ain't sweated out here so many days, y'all. I ain't got no more clean anything. I need a shower. I'm just um. I'm going to stop the live so I can try to go get some water. To be able to be out of this sun is coming up more and more. I hate to stop the live, y'all, but I have to. Otherwise, I ain't gonna be able to be out here. You know, I'm on the ground already, so I got to make sure that to the least I got water. If anybody, like I said, is in the area or whatever, you wanna, if you wanna come out. In the past, I've had viewers come out. Let me know because of all the threats. Let me know if that's the case. Give me a DM prior to you coming out here. I don't want to mistake you for somebody else that is trying to cause harm to me. And so I appreciate if you just respect that area of that and let me know in advance before pulling up on me. Welcome, 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 everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. But again, I got to get off here, y'all. I will be back. I hope you guys come back. But instead of trying to pause it, I have to end it. Um, I got to do what I got to do in order for me to be able to be out here. I'd appreciate if anybody are capable of going to the bio for me. You know, if you can help out in any kind of way, y'all, I appreciate it. Even if you could help out with water, a bag of chips, or anything, because I'm on the ground. So thanks, and I'll see you. Thanks, and I'll see you guys here in a little bit.